Sunday morning. Thank you for downloading the old podcast, The Roller. Larry Mormon here. Coming to you from pretty much wherever you are, because you're downloading the show. So I guess it doesn't really matter where I'm at. It's where you're at. And you're at the now. And the now is Pop Culture Connection. So the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a little bit of kind of an old man in my times. I'm hitting up matinees. Tired of paying full price for these movies. Matinees is going to be the way to go. It's the first showing on the weekend or before a certain time during the week or whatever. Just a little cheaper on the price there. A lot of movie theaters tend to do Tuesdays, special deals on Tuesdays. But today is Sunday, so I went first showing Sunday. And I did it last week, too. Today I saw Pixels, which I'll get into in a moment. Last week I saw AntMan. Both movies, definitely I give my two thumbs up, if you will, for both movies. Now, my take on movies, though, you got to remember, I'm not looking for Oscar winners. I'm not looking for breathtaking performances. If I walk in the theater, have a fun time, and then walk out of the theater with a smile on my face, maybe even a couple of goosebumps, then the movie did it for me. Ant-Man and Pixels both did it. But I want to get into something first, I like to try and keep a little levity around here. I know my jokes don't really go over well, but I certainly don't take myself seriously, nor do I take my shows seriously. But last week there was an incident in Louisiana. I don't know where in Louisiana, but there was unfortunately, a movie theater, when I say another, I mean, within a bunch of years. So it was a shooting inside of a movie theater. It was a late night showing of Trainwreck. And unfortunately, this maniac, who I refuse to name because he does not deserve any personal publication, even though fortunately he took himself out, but unfortunately he killed 3 people, injured a couple others. And of course we all remember it was just the anniversary 3 years ago in Aurora, Colorado, during The Dark Knight Rises, when another maniac, who hopefully will be getting the death penalty, another midnight showing of a movie, and he killed, I believe, 12. The reason I'm saying now, my story, which has nothing to do with, no shootings, nothing like that, but it happened in between. The Louisiana, because this was last week, and last Sunday when I went to see Ant-Man, and the Louisiana shooting happened a few days later, the following Wednesday. But I went to Ant-Man matinee showing. So I go, and I kind of, it's just me. So I don't want to, I just don't ask me why I want to sit in the back. So I just do. I sit in the back, out of the way of everybody. Let anyone else who's coming with, friends, family, let them sit whatever, all together. So, but I sat, the way the theater is set up, I actually sat next to last row, because the last row was way behind everything. It gets a little weird, but so I sat next to last row. All right, no big deal. People coming in for Ant-Man. Place doesn't fill up, don't get me wrong. Maybe about 20, 25 people are in there. Lights go out, movie starts, and then it's a silhouette. All I see is a silhouette of someone coming into the theater late. And then they sat behind me, which normally, okay, no big deal, it happens. But it's just something in me kind of freaked me out. And again, this was before the Louisiana situation. I never had this sensation like this person who walked in by themselves, sitting in the last row of a superhero movie. And I didn't want to get up just in case. I don't want to startle anything. But now I have to turn kind of sideways because I'm trying to have one ear to the movie and then one ear behind me just in case there's a maniac. And in my head, I'm going through these scenarios. In my head, I'm like, all right, let's go through what could happen here. Gun, knife. That maniac in Colorado, I think, had a couple grenades. I don't know. Or something, homemade bombs or something. So I'm going through the motions, going through the scenario, and trying to listen for anything that would clue me off. And it's taking me away from the movie. It's like the first 5 minutes. And I feel like if I was to get up and move, that would set this person off, and then, all hell would break loose. Now, luckily for everybody, at one point behind me, I did hear a small child talking, and then the ruffling of what sounded like popcorn and everything. So clearly it was somebody with their child, which put me completely at ease. I was like, all right, good to go. Let's watch the movie. But it really, and I don't really get like that. But it rocked me to the core, unfortunately. I was able to watch the rest of the movie. Everything was AntMan. Phenomenal movie. Definitely adds to the Marvel Cinema Universe. It links everything. It continues the link to keep itself in the Marvel Cinema Universe. But it was just very odd for those first 5 minutes. I honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I went to Pixels today, and I made sure to sit back row. I was the first one there, sitting in the back, so then, everyone looking at me going, who's that weirdo sitting in the back? And the funny thing is, during AntMan, I was there by myself, and I'm sitting in the back row. Meanwhile, I'm condemning someone who showed up, I thought, by themselves, sitting in the back row. So, shame on me. Now, here's my other gripe, which to the world is not a gripe whatsoever, but to me, I'd almost rather deal with a gunman in the movie theater. And it's these kids' birthdays parties. They're getting out of control in these movie theaters. AntMan, the party was across the hall at Minions. And now, these movie theaters, what you can do is you can, rent out a screening or whatever. And, kids' birthday party, a whole bunch of people show up, children and adults. And, I guess it's just for them, so, they can get a little bit out of hand. They can talk, they can yell, scream, whatever, because they're children. But I was watching AntMan, and I heard the party in Minions. I don't mind people, as long as I can hear the movie, I don't get distracted by other people in the theater. As long as as long as I can follow the story, let other people do what they want, as long as it's not distracting. But children are children. And personally, I think you need to be 15 before you can make it to the movie theater to be able to watch a movie in silence. And today, during Pixels, which is a PG-13 movie, might I add, PG-13, there was, I guess, an unofficial birthday party inside Pixels while I was watching the movie. If you know me, I'm not crazy about the general concept of children. I love the ones that are close to me. I love my godson. I'll do anything and everything for him. But just as a group of small children, no. And I was able to watch the movie, but you hear the kids talking and yelling and calling out spots because they're able to watch, they saw the commercials, so they know, this is a scene that Pac-Man's showing up in. It's ridiculous. And I blame parents because they're the ones driving the kids to the movie theater. They don't deserve to be there, or at least not like that. You know what? You want to make a movie theater? Make a movie theater for children. What are they doing up this early on a Sunday? So actually had a PG-13 movie, which was fantastic, by the way. You want 80s nostalgia? You want vintage, just just memories of a time long gone by, go see Pixels. I know it's an Adam Sandler movie, and all of his buddies are in the movie, but go watch Pixels. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It goes fast, actually. And they get right into it. But it's just fun. That's all it is. But I gotta stop going to these matinees because apparently these are when the children are going to the matinees. Unless I'm going to a hard R-rated movie, which probably they'll be in anyway, because I saw some kids freaking out over Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Oh, side note, that reminds me, that was one of the trailers today. They showed a trailer for the new Vacation movie. It's actually Rusty and his family going to Wally World. And now, I like to keep this podcast clean, but they dropped, they dropped A-Hole on there during the trailer, which is the first time I heard that, so I was pretty shocked at that point. It doesn't offend me, don't get me wrong, I never heard them drop A-Hole in a trailer before. That was just a little thing. Trailers get me started on that later on. Movies are ruining... Excuse me. Trailers are ruining movies. I used to love trailers. I used to love getting to the theater early. When I got the iPhone and they got the trailers app, I'd be on it for hours. All right, maybe minutes. Watching old trailers for all these movies coming up. Even movies I'll never watch. Up until A Million Ways to Die in the West. Now... let's do it right now, folks. Spoiler alert coming up. So if you haven't seen any movies, or if you don't, I'll give you the heads up. Spoiler alert right now for A Million Ways to Die in the West. And it's not even a spoiler for the story. It's not. This is not for the story. It's just for a gag in the movie. A Million Ways to Die in the West is a Seth MacFarlane movie, his second movie coming out after Ted. It takes place in the Wild West. So long story short, there's a scene of Seth MacFarlane kind of riding through town, just whatever. Sees a flash of light in this old barn. Goes over it, opens the door. It's Doc Brown with the time machine from Back to the Future 3. Hysterical, just like a very Seth MacFarlane, almost like a cutaway, and in a live-action movie. It was really, really funny. Except I saw it during the trailer for it at another movie. They gave away this perfect joke in the trailer. And that killed it for me. It was just, it ruined it. And since then, now they keep showing. Spoiler alert, again. Well, maybe not, because I won't say too much, because I won't say what part it is. But The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know it's been a few years. But they show the last scene of the movie in the trailer. The very last scene of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was in the trailer. Now, I'm done with trailers. I'll watch the teaser. I'll watch the first official trailer. After that, I avoid it like the plague. Commercial comes on TV, I'm changing the channel. Apparently I have to start showing up late to movies. And when I go to watch a movie, I'm at the mercy of the trailers that they show. But it's getting ridiculous. They're giving away the whole movie. With the Vacation trailer I saw today, they gave away some more jokes, some more gags. Even if it has nothing to do with the story. The jokes, the gags. Don't stop. You know what? From now on, just a poster. That's all I want to see. The new Peanuts movie, Charlie Brown. Peanuts. December 2016, or whatever it's coming out. And it's just a silhouette of Snoopy on top of his house. I'm psyched. I'm good. Don't need to see anything else. Even Pixels did it. Last week when I saw AntMan, the new trailer I saw gave away a little bit. I won't say anything here, but it gave away a little bit more of Pixels. Ruining the storyline? No. Adding a little bit of fun factor to it that, would have been enjoyable in the theater? Yes. Trailers and children. Neither one of them now belong in movie theaters. I guess that's all I have to say. Well, thank you for joining. And follow me everywhere. Social media, More365, MOHR365. I also have a GoFundMe account, hopefully to help support all of this. Thank you.